Hey guys, we are 7 days post-op, and oh my god, what a time it's been. Home now. So, where to start? Last Wednesday, I went in to have a fleur-de-lis tummy tuck, muscle repair, Mons lift, and a breast lift and reduction. And that was after 95 kilos of weight loss. Sorry, ouch, drain tube is itching. And things did not go to plan. So basically what ended up happening, excuse me, was that I went in for surgery as expected at 8 a.m. I was back by 11, and everything seemed all right, reasonably all right. But as the afternoon went on, I had 2 vasovagas, which is where you pass out. The first one, I was trying to put my compression suit on, which they didn't put on me in theatre. And a nurse was right there, so I just I passed out, but I passed out back into the bed, which was a good thing. The next time I was actually up and I was in the bathroom with a nurse, and I was able to articulate to her that I was going, and she grabbed my head, so thankfully I didn't hit my head, but I did land in a whole heap of wee and blood, and it was a mess. I woke up about a minute later. A code blue had been called, surrounded by staff who had to get a special hoist to pick me up and take me back to the bed. They put me in the bed. And after that time, we found that my blood pressure was dropping. So my blood pressure just kept dropping. And by the evening, it had dropped so much so that I was just feeling like I was floating off. And not 100% ready to talk about it all yet, but just suffice to say that by 12:30 on Thursday morning, I needed to be rushed back into theatre. So by that stage, I'd had to be stabilised before they could move me to the ICU. My blood pressure had dropped so low that it couldn't be registered, and I had no no palpable pulse either. Was still able to talk and communicate, and kept feeling like I was being drawn away or wanting to go to sleep. But they just keep talking to me, and I keep trying to focus on them. Thankfully, the wonderful staff in the ICU were able to get in touch with my Steve and call him in the middle of the night, and they let him know that I was being rushed in for emergency surgery. And so I went back to theatre. My 2 wonderful plastic surgeons were there, and they pulled in a team in the middle of the night to operate on me and to find what was going on. Basically, I was bleeding internally. They found a huge hematoma in my abdomen, and that is just a potential risk that comes with massive weight loss and then having plastic surgery. The blood vessels, apparently, so my surgeon tells me, that feed our larger fat stores, those blood vessels don't shrink back when our bodies do. So the blood vessels still stay very large, and one of them, the clip popped off, and so I was actively bleeding into my abdomen. They were able to find the bleed, yay, and they were able to find it, obviously seal it off, and then I spent a couple more days in the ICU, having blood transfusions and just trying to make sure that my blood pressure was stabilised and that I was okay. So after that, I went back up to the ward, and I was able to just sort of, slowly make the journey towards home. It's nice to be back at home. A little bit scary, thankfully, very, very thankful. Obviously to Steve, he's been amazing looking after me. To my beautiful mum and my family in Queensland for having our gorgeous boys who have been having just the best time visiting with their family up there. And my dad, who came down to help look after me. So just very, very grateful for all of the amazing people in my life that have been helping out over the last week. As to what they actually did. So I went in thinking that I was going to be having a fleur-de-lis, which is the vertical incision from the breastbone down to the pubic bone and then across from hip to hip. But on the day, my surgeon actually decided that he thought that we could get a really great result with an elongated tummy tuck, and I'm really glad that that's the option that we went with. I have the cutest little belly button. It's really, really adorable. And my boobies look great. So, woohoo. Yay. 7 days post-op, I can honestly say that today I have had no pain relief at all. So, I don't even know what's normal and what's not normal. But I'm not in pain as such. I honestly feel okay in that regard. I've been having my multivitamins. I take BN multivitamins, and I've been taking this collagen-based protein. And I don't know, I actually think that it's helping me to heal really well, because normally I'm looking at my arm. I'll show you. Normally in the past, I bruise really, really badly after surgery, and that bruise that I just showed you, that was actually a hematoma under my skin from one of the blood transfusions, because it my vein tissued while they were doing that one, and so that was massive, absolutely enormous. And in the past, when I've had things like that happen, they've taken 5-6 weeks to heal, and to be at that stage that's at now, normally 3 or 4 weeks. So I don't know, I think it might be the collagen that I'm taking. Kind of awesome if it is, because hopefully it's helping my skin to heal as well. So tomorrow we go into the plastic surgeon's rooms and we get to get hopefully the staples out of my nipples, and the dressings will get taken down, so I'll be able to actually have a look at my tummy, which will be nice. And I'll take some photos for you guys, maybe a little video so that you can see what's going on. But in the meantime, thank you so very much for all of the love and support. I've just felt really, really grateful to know that I'm being thought of. So thanks, guys.